Here we go, here we go. 180! Time to go, night.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Here we go. 180!
Let's go, team.
21.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, San Francisco.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
This is Coleman, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This one complete to Coleman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Garoppolo looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
Well, we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
70, Indy.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Hey, alert 3.
Rush in. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, seam 6. Check 9. Let go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. On the ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Protein spill. We got double up, double up.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Under 10, under 10. Rock it.
31, check 31.
Go. 5.
Now Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. Kill. Switch.
Smooth.
Check. Lucky. Mike 5-4.
Ready.
Get in the weight room.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check that set. Big Ed.
80 weapon. Hey, orbit. Hey, Sam off.
Check 3.
Big grip.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hard. Go. Get it.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Give me some. Here we go.
Check. Fresno.
Bam.
Wide. Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Switch.
Hey, lock it.
SOS.
6 guys. Check 6. Hit it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the twist.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with the first. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mostert. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the rookie fourth-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Ross on the return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On the double
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Haywood. Check. X3. 218, chopper.
No. Check nickel.
5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Green brings it in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw.
Check tight.
Slam. He's crashing.
Hey, Delta. Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Hot. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 3.
Hey, Charlie. Undercrunch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And able to find Green. And he goes out right around the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You're not ready. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the shift.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Check 24. He's checking. Crash.
Check 50. Blue draw Corker. Look at me. Door.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Alert flare.
Bravo.
2nd and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Travarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 52. Hey, alert. Hey, box drop.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To throw is Garoppolo. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Get it.
Check it back.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
Let's go. You tighten up. He's coming.
Hey, let go.
He's coming. Double up. Hatchet. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now in Cincinnati as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Back now in Cincinnati as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, gun.
This is Mostert. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Topper! Topper!
Check 24, check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3, check 3. Watch twist, watch twist.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Slam, slam. Check 1.
They'll run with Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
Switch.
General West.
Kill.
Fire.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. A win would be their first of the young season. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Garoppolo now, 9 of 17 through the air. Looking to throw, Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
13.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. And you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.